Greetings. The Conga Law Limited is pleased to present a new video. The island nation of Tuvalu is facing an existential threat. Rising sea levels are slowly swallowing its landmass. Faced with this impending crisis, Tuvalu has made a bold move. It is creating a digital twin of itself in the Metaverse. This digital nation aims to preserve Tuvalu's culture, history, and sovereignty. However, this ambitious project raises complex questions about maritime law. How can a nation that might cease to exist physically maintain its maritime zones in the digital realm? Tuvalu's situation highlights the limitations of traditional maritime law. These laws, based on physical territory, are ill-equipped to deal with the concept of a digital nation. The very definition of a nation's maritime boundaries tied to its coastlines is challenged when the coastline itself is at risk of being submerged. The digital realm, with its fluid and intangible nature, requires a new interpretation of existing legal frameworks. Tuvalu's digital transformation is a stark reminder of the impact of climate change. It also underscores the need for the international community to adapt to the changing reality. The digital realm offers new possibilities, but it also presents unprecedented challenges. Tuvalu's experience serves as a crucial case study. It forces us to rethink the concepts of sovereignty, territory, and jurisdiction in the digital age. As the line between the physical and digital worlds blurs, Tuvalu's experience will likely become increasingly relevant. The international community must find ways to address these challenges. Ignoring them is not an option. The future of nations like Tuvalu, both physically and digitally, may depend on it. Tuvalu's endeavor to be recognized as a digital sovereign state is unprecedented. International law has yet to catch up with the concept of a nation existing primarily in the digital space. The recognition of Tuvalu's digital sovereignty by other nations is crucial. It would set a precedent for how the international community approaches digital nations and their claims to maritime zones. The existing legal frameworks governing maritime law, such as the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, are rooted in the physical world. They do not account for the unique challenges posed by digital nations. For Tuvalu to maintain its maritime claims, including access to crucial fishing resources, the international community must adapt. New legal interpretations and frameworks are necessary. Several countries have already taken the step of recognizing Tuvalu's digital statehood. This is a positive development. It signals a willingness to engage with the complexities of digital sovereignty. However, the question remains, how will existing maritime laws be applied to a nation whose primary existence is digital? The answers to these questions will have far-reaching implications. They will shape the future of maritime law in the Metaverse. Tuvalu's case is just the beginning. As the Metaverse expands, so too will the need for clear, enforceable international laws governing the digital seas. The rise of virtual ports within the Metaverse presents a new set of challenges. These virtual hubs for trade and commerce, while offering exciting opportunities, also require careful legal consideration. One of the most pressing issues is identity verification. In the digital world, individuals interact through avatars, which can be easily created and manipulated. This anonymity raises concerns about fraud, piracy, and other illicit activities. Ensuring the security and transparency of transactions within virtual ports is paramount. Traditional methods of risk management may not be sufficient in a digital environment. New protocols are needed to track cargo, verify identities, and enforce contracts. The decentralized and often anonymous nature of the Metaverse makes this a complex task. Another challenge is the enforcement of maritime law within these virtual spaces. Who has jurisdiction when a crime occurs in a virtual port that exists outside the physical boundaries of any nation? How do we ensure compliance with international maritime regulations in a virtual environment? These questions require careful consideration and international cooperation. The development of clear, enforceable regulations is essential for the success of virtual ports. Without robust legal frameworks, these digital hubs risk becoming havens for illicit activities. The challenge for lawmakers is to create regulations that are flexible enough to adapt to the ever-evolving nature of the Metaverse, while also being robust enough to ensure security and accountability. The metaverse presents a wealth of opportunities for economic growth and development. Virtual tourism, for instance, allows people to experience destinations like Tuvalu without physical limitations. This can be a significant source of revenue, particularly for nations facing the impacts of climate change. The metaverse can also help nations maintain their cultural heritage. Digital replicas of landmarks, museums, and cultural sites can be preserved and shared globally. However, the metaverse also raises concerns about surveillance and privacy. With users constantly tracked and their data collected, the potential for misuse is high. The immersive nature of the metaverse amplifies these concerns. Users may unwittingly share more personal information than they realize. Striking a balance between economic opportunity and individual privacy is crucial. The development of the metaverse is still in its early stages. As this digital frontier expands, new legal and ethical challenges will undoubtedly arise. International cooperation and dialogue are essential to navigate these uncharted waters. The future of the metaverse, much like the future of our oceans, depends on responsible stewardship and a commitment to sustainability. The metaverse is a powerful tool with the potential to reshape our world. It is up to us to ensure that this reshaping is for the better. By embracing a spirit of collaboration and innovation, we can harness the power of the metaverse to create a more equitable and sustainable future for all. We extend our gratitude to all those who have tuned in. For those interested in receiving similar informative content, we kindly request that you subscribe to the Congar Law YouTube channel.